Okay, we're going to take the microwave oven basic script and we're going to add a little functionality to it. Let's just open Boardie so you can see what's going on here. And just when I start, you can see it's cleared. There's a really clever thing here in MicroBlocks where you can add commands that do stuff like the heating is going to become complicated. So let's call heating a command block, and we put heating, and then we say all of this heating code that was before with just a fixed amount of time. We're going to throw away that fixed amount of time of 3 seconds, and we're going to say, repeat until some timer goes off, and we're throw that away. We have to figure out the timer code. In order to keep a timer, the best thing to do is create a variable. So I'm going to add a variable and call heat time. And that's how much time we want it to heat for. Now when we start, the heat time we want to just be 0. So that would be something we do when we start. But every time we add 30 seconds, we want to change the heat time by 30. And then we could scroll either plus 30, or we could do something clever like join plus sign with the heat time variable that we just created. So we created this variable heat time. And now we can test this. So if we press button B, we see we added 30 seconds. If we press it again, we added another 30. Press it again, we're up to 90. So this says add 30 seconds, but it's up to 90 seconds. So let's just start over, where our heat time is 0. And our 30 seconds goes up. Now what we want to do when we start heating is with this block that we made it for heating, we want to do something here, but we want to keep track of the time. And the time has, there's a timer built into microcontrollers because they are real-time things. So we're going to reset a timer, which puts basically a clock to 0. And then we're going to compare that timer, which is going to count up. And we're going to wait until it's greater than or equal to the heat time. And our heat time is in simulated seconds. We're going to have to multiply that by 100. So I'm going to grab that block. So we're going to take our heat time variable, multiply it by 100, so that if it's 30, it becomes 3,000. And we're going to compare that to 3,000 milliseconds. So when our timer is greater than 3,000 milliseconds, and just to know if this is working, the say block comes in very handy here. So we'll say in our little loop where we're showing the heat, we'll say what the timer is as it clocks up, and then display a 0 at the end. So now let's try this. If we press, we know what, I think we already set some heat time. Yep. So if we press A, now it's going to heat. And you see this timer is counting up until it gets to basically 3 seconds, our simulated 30 seconds, then it goes off. Now the last thing we have to do is, if it's heating and we open the door, we have to stop things. So there's this handy stop other tasks going on here, so we can, when we press A plus B and it's heating. So let's press A, and then what happens if we open the door while it's still going? You can see that it stops it. And if we press B, now we've added 30 seconds. Our heat time is now 60, so if we press A, it's going to heat for up to 6,000 milliseconds, which is our simulated 60 seconds or 6 seconds. Works pretty well.